Well, hello there, boys and girls and friends and neighbors. This is your buddy Dave, and I'm telling stories. It's been said of me that I'm a raconteur, which is French for person to tell stories, or maybe a BS artist. I think we'll leave the judgment of that up to you. But talking about skiing and how I got into the sport. So gather around the old campfire and cozy up. Maybe get a s'mores, enjoy yourself, cup of cocoa, and we'll talk about how Dave joined a ski club in way back when. We'll just, just talk about it that way. I was talked into joining the ski club in my senior year of high school because one of the reasons was the girls outnumbered the boys in the ski club about 2 to 1, and I was not currently in a relationship of any sort and kind of lonely. And I thought, hey, it'd be fun. I'm pretty good at doing athletic things, so let's give it a shot. So I joined the ski club, and in order to ski in the ski club, you need to have some equipment. So I went to rent some from local sporting goods stores. Back then, terrible equipment, bad. It was lace-up leather ski boots that would not hug your feet very well and made it hard to transfer your motions to the skis. And these nasty skis made out of wood that had segmented metal edges in them. And on top of that, for safety, they had safety bindings. Well, safety bindings, ha ha ha. Let's zoom in a little bit on these things. They were cable bindings, and cable bindings, either they come off at the slightest provocation, or if you tighten them down so they wouldn't come off so easy, your ankle would release before the ski did, and you'd end up with broken bones. So that was not a good thing. But you're a poor high school student, you do what you got to do. So we rented the gear, we get in the car very early in the morning, drive on up to this place. I won't say the name out loud because I'll probably get sued or something, but this is where we had our ski club outings in the Sierra Nevada up on Old Highway 40. And we stayed in dormitory rooms, which stunk to high heavens, and you had to get up and walk down the hall to go to the bathroom or take a shower or whatever. But that's what we had, so we did that. I made all the rookie mistakes you could possibly make. The number one is never, ever ski in jeans. First time you go skiing, you're going to fall pretty much all the time, and your jeans are going to get wet, and you're going to be cold and miserable. But I skied in jeans the first time. Also, use sunscreen for Pete's sake. You end up get that raccoon look if you don't do that, and it's, later in life you find out it's not good for your skin, and it can cause problems, and that's a whole other story for a whole other time. And the other thing is, get some kind of protection for your eyes. This is some ancient history ski goggles, but I ended up blowing half a day going snowblind because I didn't even have sunglasses, which is pretty stupid, but what are you going to do? Anyway, my friend here in the blurry photo on the left, his name was Dave also, and I have lots of stories about him that I'll share another time. But he taught me a few things. He taught me how to get into and out of my gear and how to make a snowplow turn and how to get on and off the chairlift and that sort of thing. So after half a day, I was doing pretty well. So I'm riding up the ski lift with him. We're going up the chairlift, and we get to there's a halfway point on the chairlift there, and we can get off for the rookies. The first time skiers get off at the halfway point, or you end up going all the way to the top of the mountain, which isn't very high, but when you're a skier, it looks frightening because you go over these cliffs. Anyway, he kept the safety bar down and wouldn't let me off until we got to the top. So he said, well, have a good time, and skied off, and laughing maniacally, of course. And I crashed and burned and crashed and burned and crashed and burned. It took me 45 minutes to get down a ski run that would take you 5 minutes tops if you knew what you were doing. But you kept falling. I kept falling, kept coming out of my equipment, trying to find a place that I could get it back on, etc., etc. Anyway, it was very, I don't know, what's the word I'm looking for here? It upset me greatly. It made me want to go. It was either I'll never ski again or damn it, this pisses me off. I'm going to learn how to do it right. So, being a pretty athletic guy, I was a surfer at one time, and try to control yourselves at this picture. I played football. I played baseball. I was pretty athletic. I knew how to do things. So I said, I'm going to learn how to do this. So I kept at it and kept at it and kept at it. After several trips with the ski club, I learned to be fairly good. And the next year, I had a chance to learn to be even better. Oh, that's me there, number 12. What a stud, huh? Well, anyway. So this is the ski dude I ended up becoming after all those years of skiing. And this shot is probably from the early 80s at not Donner Ski Ranch, but Dodge Ridge, which is a different area. But I turned into a pretty good skier. In fact, I ended up getting a bronze NASTAR pin from Dodge Ridge, and that's another story for another time. So, your old buddy Dave says, whatever you do, if you're learning how to ski, be safe, wear sunscreen, and for Pete's sake, take a lesson or two. It'll save you a lot of hassle. Well, that's it for me. Signing off. Thank you very much, and goodbye.